We are live on YouTube. We are live in playback. Well, at least I am. Lofty's got no camera and no audio in playback right now. Let's figure out what game it is that we want to put on. Well, I guess Rangers Reds, because that's the only ongoing game. I do have a bet in this one as well. What happened there? The game was on screen. $64 Square Assassin. What's up, dude? Looks like you're having some interesting conversation there. Let me go post into YouTube, let people know where we're at. Stan, how do I feel about the A's as a stack? Brian, I don't know. I don't know why the game went off the... Let me try refreshing this.
Greg, you got me? You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I could hear you. I can't see you, though.
Yeah, I can't see me either. You know what it is? It's because my camera in StreamYard. If with this camera, with this Sony, for some reason, let me exit StreamYard. I'm gonna come back in. Will that work or no?
Yeah, that should work. That should work. The Nomad Hiker, I did not get hacked. Didn't get hacked. Not this time. Next time, good chance it was a hack job. This time, not the case. Not the case. There's baseball on screen. This isn't, maybe to some people, you might think it's porn or something like that, but no, it's baseball on screen. By the way, if you guys are watching on YouTube, I'm about to be dropping a link into chat. Lofty and I are going to be hanging out in playback, talking about some bets, watching the baseball game. We've got Reds and Rangers on screen right now. So let me drop this in. And there it is. So guys, if you want to join us, go right to this link, playback.tv/stochastic. Join that, and you will be able to hear and see Lofty and I over in playback while we're also watching the game. So it'll be a little bit of a different angle for doing the show today, but it's trying something else out. So I'll put a note in the YouTube chat as well. All good. Can you see the game on screen? All right, cool. Yeah, there's no audio issues at all. Pete, you said we need the link. It's right there. It is 2 messages above where you posted. Just copy that link right there. That's the link. That's the one. It's also in YouTube, but there's a banner up right there. It is in chat. It's right there. Is it not? Pete, see, 2 messages up. It's not showing the link in chat. Really? Now I'm confused. Do you have the YouTube chat open, Lofty? Interesting. Interesting. I guess YouTube is just trying to prevent people from being directed to anywhere else. Interesting. Dude, that's hilarious that it just doesn't show up for other people, but it all shows up for me. Yeah. Yeah, I know the game is going to be starting late. Let's see, what else do we have for weather concerns for today? Which obviously more relevant to DFS than it actually is to betting. You know, the White Sox Twins game is start. It's a late start. It's way more risky, obviously, for DFS than betting because for DFS the game might just get canceled entirely. For betting purposes, if the game does end up getting postponed, like who cares? Those bets just get voided, so matters less. I do think there's a pretty good angle to taking unders in games that have risk of ending early, because then you get the possible chance of pitchers either, or I should say, in-game rain, because then you get the chance of pitchers leaving games, not coming back post rain delay. So I really like some of the unders in those scenarios. Yeah. Yeah. We also got a question. It is from Nalani in the YouTube chat. Nalani wants us to know what are baseline odds. Um, what do you mean by baseline odds? Ask me a follow up. I'm not exactly sure you mean by baseline odds. Do you mean the true odds? The true odds is what we have as the fair projection. So the different things that you're looking at on OddsShopper are the odds. That's like what the actual prop is at the book. Then we've got the true odds. That's what we are projecting as the fair odds. Let me know what it is that you are asking about by baseline odds, though. Oh, could be. I mean, maybe Nolani's from Nigeria. I don't know. Yeah. Also, did you related to yesterday was the first day that Ellie, or 2 days ago was the first day that Ellie Taylor Cruz used the turbo bat and he had a massive game. Oh, sorry, the torpedo bat. So it looks now the MLB who had put out a statement that the torpedo bat was in the rules of what they allow. They retracted that yesterday and said they're leaning towards banning it now. Yeah, so I mean the other thing as well with the torpedo bats is some of the play like Aaron Judge is even using them right now. But also the reason that baseball apparently wants to get away from the torpedo bats, at least for what they said, is they think it's a betting integrity issue because it makes the games too unpredictable. That is what they said. I saw a clip. They were, oh, hey, look, you got your camera up. So they were discussing. I saw some clip where it was on PTI. It was Wilbon and Kornheiser were going over the most recent updates, and they had said that in baseball's statement that they think this is the reason they want to move on from this because they think it's becoming a betting integrity issue, the amount of home runs. But that was in the statement apparently that MLB had put out. You cannot. You can only put one thing on screen. What we could do though is we could change the games, or when we're in between innings, we could throw different the odd shopper screen on tool, or we could build parlays during some of the commercial breaks. But also, do you have a preference in which game to put on? Well, I was going to say the game already started. Well, the odds aren't going to be up anymore. Oh, is it? But are the odds still up? I don't know. We could find out in a second. Okay. Let's see. 60. So one thing I'm going to add as well, because 64 Square Assassin has been saying in chat that he thinks there's nothing to the bats. There's absolutely something real to the bats. Like there was an actual engineer who redesigned the bats to make them more efficient. There's absolutely a reason why they're more favorable for hitters. It's not nothing. What the act No, 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 that was oh yeah. And oh, all right, yeah. So I just found out that it was apparently a fake segment that PTI ran yesterday for April Fool's Day. I didn't realize that. I got April Fool's joke. Yeah, PTI ran a segment about MLB not wanting to use the torpedo bats anymore, and it was a fake segment they ran for April Fools. All right, that's kind of stupid. Like it's an actual like that's a like an act like not like news, but Tony Kornheiser and Mike Wilbon, they are like actual reporters. They did. Yeah, he was last year. Little Vegas 1935 trying to learn. What are you trying to learn? Yeah. Yeah, upper deck. Upper deck. Yeah. You know what actually would be yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what bat you're using, that could, end up being hit out. One thing that would be really interesting for me to see because so supposedly how these bats work is they increase your odds of making contact with the barrel of the bat. If you go to Baseball Savant, they actually keep stats on what percentage of balls in play are barreled. I'd be really interested to see what the difference is in percentage of barreled bats this year compared to last year. No, 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 but it's like, trying to make I don't know what the circumference is of an NBA rim, but it'd be like if they made the circumference of the rim wider. So, the reason that it's, to me equivalent to widening the rim is just because I'm just comparing it into what the actual effect of the bat is. The effect of the bat to me is the same as widening the rim in the NBA. Like it's just going to be easier to make shots. Now it's easier to make solid contact. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. But also my only point is because somebody in chat before had said that they don't help at all. And yeah, like I think that it absolutely ends up helping. Like I could be wrong. I thought I saw somebody say that it's a placebo effect. It's not a placebo effect. Where Here it is. Yeah, here it was. From 64 Square Assassin, he said it's a he said placebo effect. I don't agree. That was what I was responding to. I thought I had seen that in the chat. It's not because placebo is that like the a placebo is that it actually doesn't do anything other than just affect your mentality. That's not what this is. Like there's an actual physics behind why it's going to help you. Also, when the game turns off, here's where playback is different for MLB compared to NBA. NBA, we see the in-game entertainment, whatever the hell is happening in the stadium just stays on. For MLB on playback, when it goes in between innings, it just like the game just goes off. So that's why it goes off screen. Yeah. So Tampa now plays. So Tropicana Field got destroyed by the hurricane. Yeah. So they are now playing in at George Steinbrenner Field, which is where the Yankees play their spring training games. Yeah. It's the same. So they're playing in the same dimensions as old Yankee Stadium. Mhm. Yeah. So hopefully hopefully there is permanent outdoor baseball at Tampa. Also, I used to go here every year as a kid. It was like a guy's trip. It would be myself, my dad, my siblings, then like some of my other groups of friends and their dads. We would all go to Yankee spring training together, and this is where we would go is to right here to George Steinbrenner Field, and then we'd try to get autographs from the players outside. One of the one of the funnier things I'd ever seen a dad do is there was a kid who was in our group who started crying because none of the players would sign his autograph. He just couldn't get any of the players' attention. Also, players used to be really accessible. Like you just be able to go up to players while they're practicing and talk to them. They would sign stuff for you. Not the case anymore. Now there's like massive security everywhere. There's big gates. You don't have access to the players. But there was this kid, Austin, who couldn't get a player to sign an autograph for him. So his dad went up to the groundskeeper and paid him $20 to pretend to be a top prospect and to sign a baseball for his kid. So he goes, so the groundskeeper is just walking around, and his dad goes, "Oh my God, Austin, look, that's Chris. He's the best second base prospect in the history of baseball. This guy's gonna be a star. Everybody's gonna be talking about him." So he goes up to the groundskeeper, asks for his autograph. All the other kids see this guy signing an autograph, and they start swarming him. The groundskeeper ended up signing autographs for hours to kids who didn't know who he was, and the baseball just said Chris on it. Like that was his entire. It was just like printed Chris in all capital letters, and he signed autographs for kids all day, and they thought he was one of the best. I'm sure he got a kick out of it too, but they thought he was the best pitch. They thought he was the best second base prospect in like the history of baseball. Yeah. Well, so it wasn't. If you knew like if you knew anything, you knew it wasn't going to be a you knew it wasn't a baseball player. It was a guy who was probably like unshaven in his 40s or something like that who was mowing the lawn. And yeah, Okay. It's a complex job, kind of like if you are a like a greenskeeper at a golf club. It takes a lot of knowledge to be able. You have to know all kinds of stuff. So I went to college. At college at Elon, I went to. I majored in business and sports management. I had to take a like a stadiums course, and there was so many complexities to it where it's things to consider, like, hey, like which direction, like north, south, east, west, do you want the a stadium to be facing so that the grasses get like optimal sunlight and stuff like that. And there's physics to it. There's a lot involved. Yeah. So do you want to build out a part? There's not really anything baseball on the board right now, but there are a lot of basketball bets at the moment. So do you want to build a parlay? All right. What do you want to start with? What boost do you have today? Okay. All right. I'll start with DraftKings. We'll see what's on the board for DK at the moment. Steven Leibowitz did bring up that the 130 NBA injury report is due, which we'll know in like 30 seconds if anything gets added. I'm just waiting for the odds to load right now. Going a little slow at the moment. Here we go. All right, so here are there's a handful of good ones. All markets we like as well, Lofty, right at the top of the board. We could build a really quick three-leg parlay for DraftKings. Pell Larson under 9.5 points. Trey Young under 25.5 points. And then we also have Jared Allen. Let's make sure that's still there. Yeah. Yeah. I told you yesterday there was no way he was going to play that game. Yeah, so Pell Larson under 9.5 points minus 135. Trey Young under 25.5 points minus 105. And then Jared Allen under 13.5 points and minus 115. So that's a 14% expected EV plus 535 odds. That is looking like a really good parlay right now. And then also, yeah, the only update it looks like we got from the 130 injury report, Deuce McBride out. That was already known. Cat probable. More or less assumed campaign also is going to be out for today. But yeah, I don't think Cat was like Cat's banged up right now. If they were playing a better team yesterday, I think he could have played. It was really just more a matter of they didn't need him to win that game. Was Cat just going to be forced to play by Tibbs because that's how he likes to manage his rotations? But they were actually like no, he was a normal human being yesterday. Mm-hmm. Pretty. Okay. Let's see. So we've got like Josh Hart over 8.5 rebounds. Yeah, I wonder what the odds are elsewhere. Let me see. Is the screen share still working? All right, cool. All right, I'm going to put the game back on here. Not that the spinning circle isn't interesting to look at, but yeah. All right. Did you place the there was a Pepio bet earlier in Portfolio EV. Did you place that one? Under 6.5 strikeouts. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I bet him under 6.5 strikeouts. I think it's in my thread as well. What odds were 7 plus? Okay. Let's see. I have to load up my picket. Just going off memory, I think it was minus 155. Okay. What odds do you have on Blake Snell? I don't think I've seen a single over on a strikeout prop show up in my portfolio. I've only had unders I've seen so far. Oh, you know what? Actually, I take that back. I had a Kyle Hart. I just remembered. I had a Kyle Hart over for strikeouts a couple days ago. That's the only one I've had though. All right. All right. What game do you guys want to watch in chat? We can throw on whichever game. It's easy enough. We have, let's see, Reds Rangers, Rays Pirates, Brewers Royals, Cardinals Angels. So yeah, those four. Trout homered. All right, Rays. I've got two votes, and it's for the Rays game that we have on here right now. Makes sense. People are going to want to watch Skeens. I don't have I have the volume off on the broadcast. Okay. Yeah, I can't listen to multiple things at once, so I just listen to you. I've got the broadcast muted. You don't. You don't. The the awards kind of suck for baseball this year. It's been one of my favorite things to bet for years. We're a week into the season. Aaron Judge is all right. Let's see. Aaron Judge is minus 110 to win AL MVP. Shohei Ohtani is plus 145 to win NL MVP. But the reason it messes up the market is because a lot of people are like, well, you just fade him and you bet somebody else. The other odds haven't moved. Like, it's not like the other players have longer odds now. It's not like everybody else is like 10 to 1 or anything. You've got, so for instance, Judge is minus 110 to win AL MVP. Bobby Witt is plus 450. Like these are not they're not bettable right now. The only way it would be bettable is if Otani or Judge were to get injured and you bet it before any of the lines end up moving. Like people ask about Ellie's 10 to 1 to win MVP. Let's see if there's a stolen. Yeah, Ellie's minus 165 to lead baseball in stolen bases. But then you've also got like Corbin Carroll's plus 900, Bobby Witt's plus 900. Like these odds have just gotten killed. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way these things exist with 0 people signing up. They only exist because somebody is signing up somewhere. Yeah, they they're definitely doing that. Yeah. But I'm think how stupid the people are who are signing up for them. Yeah, my dad falls for one of those maybe every 6 months or so. We keep telling him this, "Don't answer the phone, don't respond," and he just keeps doing it anyway. He can't help it. Every single Yeah, my dad he'll get one of those viruses on, like, his iPad or something where it locks it, and then it'll say, "Contact this number to get your iPad unlocked," and then then all of a sudden his credit card is getting, used by other people, and like we'll ask him what happened. He's like, "Well, I did give my social security number to somebody because my iPad wasn't working." Like, why you did this a few weeks ago too? Why'd you do it again? He's like, "It was only 20. They wanted $20, and I figured it would make my iPad work again." He was like, my choices were either to give them $20 or get a whole new iPad. It's like, no, you could have turned your iPad off and turned it back on. Also, he's like, "How do you do that?" But it's all he constantly falls for these things. All right, so a handful of bets that are on the board right now is we do have Anthony Davis under 35. It's crazy. Anthony Davis's prop lines have continued to be really high. I don't know if you've noticed this, Lofty, but he's one of the players who's just been like a print factory for me in the tools over the last couple weeks, however long it's been since he came back. He keeps getting priced as if he's playing like normal minutes. And then we end up finding out later in the day, hey, 24 minutes restriction on Anthony Davis. Like, cool, I already bet him for under 9.5 rebounds. Or today, we got him for under 35.5 PRA. Eventually, he's going to play full minutes and he's going to be hitting in, some of his overs. In the interim, though, he has just been a great a great under bet to target on like on all of his props. Oh my God. Shams report right now, absolutely hilarious. Yeah, John Daly's thrown it into chat. It's so stupid, but also, come on, John Morant, like, what are you doing? You have to be smarter than this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is it's like, first, I don't give a shit. I do not care. But does John Morant, like, how many times do you have to do the same stupid things over and over and over again? Yeah. So the other thing too with John Morant, also you shouldn't be in like public nightclubs with waving around a gun. Like that's probably something he shouldn't be doing. This if this was a standalone event, you'd be like, all right, who really gives a shit? Which still, once again, I don't really care all that much. But you have to be a little bit smarter with your decision making to have already been suspended multiple times for like actual gun violations, and then to be like, well, let's try to push the boundary again to see what I could do. Yeah, it would be Josh Giddey asking for a 14-year-old's number sitting courtside. He hasn't done anything wrong. He hasn't acted anything. You'd be like, yeah, that's poor decision making. Uh, well, I'll check. I've got a very trusty weather source, Google.com. Let's see. Oh, also I could also text my sister because she lives in Chicago. Yep, boots on the ground. I don't think I've heard that name before. Oh, Frankie McDonald? No, I didn't know either of them. We have a we have a different Frankie in here. He got hot by, faking he had inside information the other day, and he ended up hitting correctly on it, and now we've been going for him to, information on shows. He's been wrong every single time since. The other day, he was right, though. He did say that Oscar Shibwe was gonna be starting at center for the Utah Jazz, but he's been wrong on every piece of news since then. Uh, I don't know. Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, so Part of it is going to depend how long they want to wait because it might rain for a few hours. But from what it looks like, if they do decide to wait until tonight, it'll be easy for them to get the game in. It's just going to kind of depend how patient they want to be. Yeah. Chef Jeff also has Pepio under 6.5 Ks. So I just bet Malik Monk under 5.5 under 5.5 assists on DraftKings, and now I'm seeing that it's already down to 4.5, but 4.5 also plus EV. Trying to see what it's like at other books. Yeah. But Malik Monk for under assists. Uh, SGA props always crazy high, but under 33.5 points at plus money. That's looking good right now. Uh, I I don't think so. Yeah, no strikeouts yet. None yet. Close. That's a strike. I haven't had any bets settle yet. Yeah. Also, the load times at the moment are being a massive pain in the ass. Yeah, we are adding. Let's see, what was the list? All right, so we are adding. Here we go. All right, so we are adding singles, doubles, hits plus runs plus RBIs, hits allowed, total hits, and total earned runs. Also, I think Eton is going to come on and be doing a show and playback in a couple minutes. So we'll cross over with him in like 90 seconds. I don't know. He told me, yeah, just said he's going to come on after us. So his show starts at 2, so I figure he'll be here in a minute. That was the one we had on screen before. The best available line at the time was DraftKings. What's the Caesars line? Okay, it's plus 120 on DraftKings, or at least that's what it was when we had it on screen before. It could have moved. Yeah, we will. We'll try it again. Try it again tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Whenever the next day is that there's afternoon games. I don't know. I don't know when that is. I'll have to look. I'll have to look ahead at the schedule. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't done it yet, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're still watching over on YouTube. Other than that, though, come check out Playback more often. Later tonight, I'm going to be doing my normal post-lock show with Josh Engelman after the NBA slate starts. And hopefully we're going to be doing more Playback content. So trying to turn you guys more on to what we're doing over here. So check more of it out.